Hello, Miss Veronica. Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry. I was down for an entire month with COVID. You can tell I'm still not all the way better. I just did my first live in a month. And it took everything in me to be able to get showered and dressed and ready for that. And so I apologize. I was going to do this before I went live, but I was not able to get it in before I got on there. Sorry. All right, so let me get going here. We're going to do an in-depth love reading of what's coming in love. So let's take a look. We definitely have a new connection coming in. I know I told you I was going to hook you up. I was going to give you a little extra because of all the delays. So thank you for being so patient. I know you were down at one point too. It literally took us out. All right, so it looks like you have a new love connection that's coming in for you. It really looks like you've kind of given up on love in so many arenas and feeling kind of frustrated about what's happening in your reality. But the thing is that you have to realize that no matter, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these up for you. So you got this new love, right? New love connection that is coming in. However, like I said, you're really struggling with overwhelming thoughts and feelings surrounding the past, what has happened, what's going to happen. Are you ever going to be happy? Are you ever going to be in love? Is it ever going to be a reciprocal thing? And then we look at the fact that this is something that your whole life you've really wanted, a happy, healthy, loving, engaged connection. And, you know, a lot of us think, well, doesn't everybody? Well, everybody wants those connections, but not everybody necessarily wants to be in a romantic connection like that, right? And so a lot of times we have people that are, you know, playing the game differently, right? And yet you have always held out hope and thought, if I have that, then everything else will be okay. But Spirit's been trying to teach you the lesson of you being okay without that, and then that coming as a result of you loving you and being capable of loving yourself and not putting someone else as the center of your world. This card a lot of times represents a problem with codependency, where we put someone else on a pedestal. We think that they are our world, they are the center of our world, and everything revolves around them. And then when that falls apart or they're no longer there, then all of a sudden we don't know what life looks like anymore. We don't know how to move forward. We don't know who we are because we surrendered everything of who we were to be who they needed us to be and who we thought we were because of them. And so Spirit is saying that, you know, you right now are really needing the support and the love and the acceptance from yourself and from your guides, from your angels. And I love that this is the way that this card is even coming through. It's like this angel is supporting you, right? And so you're being divinely supported to do the healing work that would allow you to be in a healthy attachment of a relationship rather than an anxious avoidant attachment style or things like that, right? Codependency. And so I do see that you really do want this. You've been manifesting. You may even be manifesting a specific person. I would strongly caution against that you really focus on just allowing Spirit to bring who's meant to be in your life into your life at the right time. And so you're being taken through this process of really learning to listen to your heart and to trust what you're feeling and not just the thoughts, right? But also realizing that you are the awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, that you are not them. That you're the awareness of that. And when you realize that, then you can step back and you can analyze those things and say, do I really want to attach to that? Does that make sense for me? Is that in the highest good? Is that in alignment with where I want to go? You have spent so much time taking care and loving on everyone else, and Spirit saying, now it's time for you to go back to you. It's time for you to go back to the things that you loved as a child, the things that bring you joy and harmony and peace and balance and energize you. Those are the things that you're supposed to be pursuing, not things where you're pursuing someone who is uninterested or unavailable. You know, so much of your life you've been chasing after people who were completely unavailable. And while we know a new love is coming, we have to learn to be present in the moment. The power of now is where it's at. The past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is right here and right now. The past is in the past. The only way is it's living right now is because you're feeding it. because you're focused on it. You're living in the past, but everyone else is living here. And then you're looking toward the future going, but what, when, what, when, what, when? And Spirit's saying you've got to quit focusing on everything else that's outside of your control and master the power of now. Because even when you get to that future moment, when that relationship happens, when this love comes, it will be in the now. But if you're too busy living in the past or focusing on when, you won't even see that it's here. So you've got to learn to be in the present. The Power of Now is a book that I've linked in my bio. It's by Eckhart Tolle. I recommend that book for you if you haven't already read that. But this is that card saying that, again, you're someone who tends to, you see the world there? It's you tending to allow people to become your everything, that you lose parts of yourself, that you can't afford to lose you anymore. You can't afford to lose you anymore. You have to choose you above all else. Things may be really difficult right now, and you may be seeing a lot of red flags everywhere you look and wondering, like, I thought this was the one. I thought this person was going to be it. I thought these friends were the ones. I thought everything was going to be fine. And yet the forest is on fire. It's because you're not meant to be chasing after anything. You're meant to attract. You become magnetic by how you engage and how you live and love yourself. So when you love yourself, you magnetize people that love you too. But when you're rejecting yourself, what do you think you attract? When you're emotionally unavailable to yourself, you're attracting emotionally unavailable people. Your actions are going to speak loudly, as well as when this love comes in, their actions are going to speak loudly. So you're going to have to show by your actions, I choose me, I love me, and I'm showing up for me every day in every way. And out of the abundance of love that I have for myself, I can then love you. And your person is going to come in that same way. You're not going to question. If you're having to question where you stand with someone, you already know your place. If you're questioning your value in someone's life, you already know. You will never have to question it. The music just turned off. Oh no, it's just in between. So I was like, wow, that was a really long pause there. So I'm going to do something else for you too. I'm going to do a little spirit-led reading for you as well. I'm going to go to the transformation deck here. And let's see what other messages Spirit has for you. Yep, exactly what we were just talking about. I don't know if you're seeing 222 a lot. Oh, but think about that. Even the year 222, 2022, there's 3 2s. You got 3 2s coming out so far. Okay, yep. Exactly what we were just talking about. So Spirit is saying you are going through a major expansion, a major growth process. In order for you to expand, your hands have to be free to receive, right? You can't be holding on to the things of the past and wishing and hoping and dreaming. You've got to learn to let that flow, because through an open hand, things can come in and things can come out, right? But through a closed hand, nothing gets out, but nothing can come in either. So you've got to learn to open your heart, open yourself up to receive this expansion that's coming. You're being called to look at things from a fresh perspective. This is the literal, we call this the re-rise above card in this deck, is because you're rising up above your situation. You're looking beyond what it looks like from face value, and you're seeing how things are actually happening and how it's affecting your life. Let love be your beacon. I want you to operate from a heart-centered space. I operate from a place of unconditional love at all times, right? It's time to clear out the old to make room for the new. Spirit is about to expand you like none other, but you've got to make room, make ready. Can't move in the new furniture if the old busted up couch is still in the living room. You got this. This year is a focus on you loving you, falling in love with you. And let me tell you from experience, I've done that the last couple of years. I haven't been on a single date. I focused on dating me and loving me, and it's been the best investment I've ever made in myself. Fall in love with you.